Hi students, my name is Sumalata. In today's class we are going to discuss about continuation of atoms and molecules chapter 3 from class 9. In previous session we were discussed about what is an element, what is an atom. Atom is nothing but a smallest particle of a matter or a substance or an element which retains all properties of that substance or matter or an element. Okay, but atoms are not having independent in existence. Okay, now we are going to learn what is a molecule. See, the small variation is there between atom and molecule. Once see, molecules are smallest particle of a substance, same. Smallest particle of a substance and which retains all the properties of that substance. And another thing is just one see, atom and molecule, their atom can't able to exist in independent, but here molecules are existing independent. Okay, see, molecules are smallest particles of substance. Those are which retains all the properties of that particular substance, and these molecules are existing independent. How these molecules can be formed? Once see, molecules can be formed by the combination of two or more than two atoms. Okay, and these atoms are joined together by strong attractive forces. Attractive forces. Okay, coming to next one. See, here molecules are of two types. One is molecules of an element. The next one is molecules of a compound. Is that clear? Now going to discuss about molecules of an element. How molecules of an element will form in see, atoms of same element or same atoms of an element can join together, they will form molecules. Those molecules are nothing but molecules of an element. Atoms of same element will gives you molecules of an element. Suppose you can take an example here. Oxygen you can take. This oxygen can be formed by the combination of two oxygen atoms coming from oxygen element. Okay. Next, see H2. This H2 molecule formed by the combination of two hydrogen atoms from hydrogen element. In the same way, N2, Cl2, Br2, F2. Okay, all these are for N2 coming from two nitrogen atoms from nitrogen element, two Cl atoms from chlorine element, two Br2 formed by the combination of two bromine atoms from bromine element. In the same way, F2 formed by the combination of two fluorine atoms coming from fluorine element. See, P4 formed by the combination of four atoms from phosphorus element. In the same way, S8 8 sulfur atoms coming from sulfur element. Up to this extent, okay. Just once observe, some molecules of elements can formed by the single atom of that element. Some molecules of an element can form by single atom of that element. See, single atom of that element. Okay, in previous case we were discussed molecules are formed by the combination of two or more than two atoms. Then only molecule will be formed. But how molecules formed by the combination of single atom of that element? Just see, just observe examples here: helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. These are all the noble gases. Okay, these these atoms coming from, we can call it is helium atom as well as molecule as well as element. Okay, this helium is a molecule, also atom, also element. We can call molecule of an element, helium molecule of a helium element. Okay, because these are all having octet configuration in the outermost shell. We will discuss later this one. Okay, because of this reason only, those are not combining with the other atom of that same element. So these are existing single atom of that element can form molecule of that element also. Else you can, these are also called as monoatomic molecules. Monoatomic molecules. See, these are called monoatomic molecules. See, by observing all these things, you can define what is an atomicity. Atomicity is nothing but the number of atoms constituting that particular molecule. Okay, the number of atoms constituting that particular molecule. Number of atoms constituting that particular molecule. One scene, actually just now we were seeing H2, O2, Cl2, Br2, F2, N2. These are all comes under as a diatomic molecules. Why? Because all these molecules are formed by the combination of two atoms only. So these are coming from diatomic molecules. Diatomic molecules. Atomicity of that particular element, atomicity of hydrogen element in H2 molecule is 2. Atomicity of oxygen element in O2 molecule is 2. Or you can call atomicity of O2 oxygen molecule is 2. Or you can call atomicity of hydrogen molecule is 2. In the same way, you can call atomicity of hydrogen element in hydrogen molecule is 2. In the same way, atomicity of nitrogen element in nitrogen molecule or atomicity of nitrogen molecule is 2. That means diatomic molecule. Okay. Next, you can take P4. This is the combination of 4 atoms of that element will gives you P4. This is tetraatomic molecule. Tetraatomic molecule. S8 is the octaatomic, or you can tell directly polyatomic molecule. Coming to monoatomic molecules, those are nothing but helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. These are the monoatomic molecules because these are formed by only single atom of that particular element. Is it clear? Coming to next one. See, some elements belongs to metals and non-metals. The atoms belongs to elements of metals and non-metals. Those are, those can form complex structures, okay, by the combination of indefinite number of atoms. Because of this reason, we can't able to identify their atomicity. Once observe, take an example, carbon. Carbon has so many allotropes. You can take diamond, graphite, Buckminster fullerenes, nanotubes. In Buckminster fullerenes, carbon appears C60 form. That means 60 carbons are going together to join. They will form Buckminster fullerene. But this type of molecules we can't able to identify atomicity because of their complexity. Coming to next one. See, molecule of a compound. The next one is molecule of a compound. How molecule of a compound will form? Observe. These molecules are formed by the combination of different atoms coming from different elements, or atoms of different elements will join together. Atoms of different elements will join together in definite proportions. In definite proportions. In definite proportions, we already discuss in chemical combinations. See, suppose you can take an example, water molecule, NH3 molecule, HCl, CO2, CO, NaCl, CaOH twice, etc. Okay. Just once observe, in water molecule, if you observe, this is formed by the combination of two hydrogen atoms from hydrogen element. In the same way, one oxygen atom from oxygen element. Okay, here two different atoms coming from different elements. Okay, different types of atoms coming from different elements, they will join together, will strong attractive forces, they will form another molecule. This type of molecules are nothing but molecules of a compound. Molecules of an element will possess only one type of atoms of an element. Molecules of a compound having more than two types of atoms of an elements. See, two are more than two types of, or more than two types of atoms of an elements or element, atoms of element. See, here this atom coming from one type of element and another one is coming from another type of element. Coming to next one, in the same way, nitrogen, ammonia, in ammonia, nitrogen is coming from nitrogen element, hydrogen is coming from hydrogen element. In the same way, CO, carbon coming from carbon element, oxygen coming from oxygen element. See how we can define definite proportions. Actually, law of definite proportions we were discussed there. Simple ratio of mass. I mean, how much the simple ratio of mass, if you observe water molecule, see, two hydrogen atoms join together with one oxygen atom, they will form water molecule. Here observe two atoms, that means hydrogen is atomic mass is 1. Here 1 oxygen into atomic mass is 16. That means 2:16 will gives you 1:8 ratio, students. That means 1 gram of hydrogen needs 8 grams of oxygen. This is the simplest ratio by mass. Simplest ratio by mass. Here, for the formation of molecules of a compounds, you need to identify number of, simplest ratio of number of atoms. For that one, you have to calculate like this. See, you have to take first element's name. Next one, simplest ratio of mass. Okay, simplest ratio of mass. Then you can take atomic mass. After that, you have to take simplest ratio by mass and atomic mass. This one, ratio of simplest ratio of mass and atomic mass. Okay. Next one, simplest ratio of atoms. Ratio of atoms. Once see what which elements are going to be involved in this chemical reaction. Hydrogen element and oxygen element. What is the simplest ratio of this hydrogen in this equation? That is 1. What is the simplest ratio, simplest mass ratio of oxygen for, in this chemical reaction? That is 8. You can take ratio, atomic mass of hydrogen is 1, atomic mass of oxygen is 16. The ratio between simplest ratio of mass and atomic mass for hydrogen is 1/1 is equal to 1. For oxygen is 8/16 is equal to 1/2. That means once observe here, students, one hydrogen needs half oxygen. But what is the in previous session we were already learn about, if a compound, Dalton's atomic theory, if a molecule, if a atom is going to be reacting with other atom, that particular complete atom will reacting with other atom, but not 1/3 part, half part or 1/4 part. If one is involving in that reaction, that complete one atom must and should reacting with the other atom, then it will give product. But here one atom needs half. That means according to this chemical reaction, see, 2 hydrogens are there for the formation of one water molecule. If one hydrogen and half oxygen going to be involved in reaction, is there any formation for water molecule? There is no formation. For the simplest ratio of water molecule formation is, for 2 hydrogens, it needs 1 oxygen. See, for 1 hydrogen, it needs half. That means for 2 hydrogens, it needs 1 oxygen. That means the simplest ratio of hydrogen and oxygen here, 2:1 ratio of atoms, or the simplest ratio of number of atoms participating in the formation of water molecule is 2:1 ratio of hydrogen and oxygen. In the same way, you can take one more example for the formation of ammonia. For the formation of ammonia, what is the simplest ratio of atoms? See, you can write here, NH3 formed by the combination of N2 plus 3 molecules of hydrogen gas will gives you 2 molecules of ammonia, students. Here atomic mass of nitrogen is 14, but 2 atoms of nitrogen is going to be involved in this reaction. So 2 into 14 is the 28. Here 3 to the 6. 6 hydrogens are going to be involved. That means 1 hydrogen atomic mass is 1. 6 into 1 will gives you 6. What is the simplest ratio here? 14 is to 3 is the simplest ratio by mass. Simplest ratio by mass of nitrogen and hydrogen. But we have to know the simplest ratio of number of atoms. That means how many number of nitrogens and how many number of oxygens are going to be taking place in this particular chemical reaction for the formation of ammonia. Just once observe which element name. Okay, which elements are taking place in this reaction? Nitrogen and hydrogen. What is the simplest ratio by mass? Simplest ratio by mass is the, for nitrogen it is 14, for hydrogen it is 3. What is the atomic mass? For nitrogen is 14, for hydrogen is 1. And what is the ratio between simplest ratio by mass and atomic mass? Is the 14 divided by 14 is equal to 1. 3 divided by 1 is equal to 3 only. See, what is the simplest ratio of atoms? Once observe, students, the simplest ratio of atoms will become also 1 for nitrogen and 3 for hydrogen. Why it is like this? Once observe. In this chemical reaction, what you have observed, you are going, here 2 molecules of ammonia will be formed. We need to know about simplest ratio. That means how many atoms are involving in 1 molecule of ammonia. 1 molecule of ammonia needs, what is the simplest ratio of atoms? That means 1 nitrogen atom and 3 hydrogen atoms. As per this equation, if you want to know, for 2 molecules of ammonia will needs 2 nitrogen atoms and 6 hydrogen atoms. That one also you will get 1 is to 3 is the simplest ratio of nitrogen and hydrogen. Okay, this can be, this is the formation of a molecule of a compound formed by the combination of atoms of different elements will join together in definite proportions. Okay, see, this ratio indicates the mass ratio of that particular atoms involving in chemical reaction. This ratio indicates the number of atoms ratio participating in that chemical reaction. This one also simplest ratio and this one also simplest ratio, but this simplest ratio is belongs to the number of atoms, but this simplest ratio is belongs to the mass of that particular atoms. See, students, next one is, what is an ion? Same. Ions are nothing but charged species or charged particles. Charged particles or charged species. These ions are present in the compounds having metals and non-metals. Metals and non-metals. Or else you can call the compounds formed by the combination of metals and non-metals, while dissociation they will give ions. Or you can call the compounds formed by the combination of metals and non-metals formed by the combination of the ions coming from metal and ion coming from the non-metal. Just once see, these charged particles are maybe positive charge or negative charge. See, if AB is a molecule, students, if it is going to be dissociation, then what you will get? A plus and B minus. A plus and B minus. This A plus is having positive charge. The ion which is having, the ion which one is having positive charge, that one is known as cation. Nothing but this is the cation. The ion which one is having negative charge, that is anion. Okay, this is the anion. See, suppose you can take an example, NaCl. If NaCl is dissociated into simpler particles, you will get Na plus and Cl minus. This Na plus is a metal. Okay, this is the metal and which is carrying positive charge. This Cl minus is the non-metal which is carrying negative charge. This is the anion and this is the cation. In the same way, you can take HCl, H plus and Cl minus, and CaO, calcium oxide, will gives you Ca plus 2 and O minus 2. In the same way, you can observe CaOH twice, Ca plus 2 and 2OH minus, once see 2OH minus. Once observe, here all are having one atom, but here 2 atoms are present in this particular ion. 2 atoms are present in this particular ion. Once you can see this one also, if NH4Cl is dissociated into further simpler units, you will get NH4 plus and Cl minus. Once see, this NH4 plus having this ion having 5 atoms in that ion. This Cl minus have only 1 atom. See, ions having only 1 atom, those are nothing but monoatomic ions. Okay, or ions formed by the only 1 atom. 1 atom. Okay, that is monoatomic ion. If ions formed by more than 1 atom, those are more than 1 atom, that is nothing but polyatomic ions. Polyatomic ions. See, here NH4 plus is the cation, but it is a polyatomic ion because it is having more than 1 atom. Nothing but here 5 atoms are there in NH4 plus ion. And if you see OH minus, here 2 atoms are there present in that cation, oxygen and hydrogen. That is also because more than 1 atom. So here 2 atoms are there. So this is also a polyatomic ion. In the same way, SO3 minus 2, HCO3 minus, okay, HSO4 minus. So many examples are there. Okay, these are the polyatomic ions. This is about what is a molecule, what is molecule of an element, molecule of a compound, and what is an ion. I hope you are all understand about this topic. If you are understand this one, please like, share these videos to students who are having chemistry is one of their subject. And if you are not subscribed, subscribe this channel. Your subscription, your like and your sharing will gives me more energy to make more videos. Thanks for watching.